precisely the way it's supposed to sound.
What you have just looked at takes place 300 feet underground, beneath the basement of a New York City skyscraper. It's owned and lived in by one Paul Radin. Mr. Radin is rich, eccentric, and single-minded. How rich we can already perceive. How eccentric and single-minded we shall see in a moment. Because all of you have just entered the Twilight Zone.
Somebody, please listen to me.
Go on now, move along, please. There isn't a thing here in the world to see. Move along, please, move along. Please. It's okay now, you're gonna be all right. We're gonna help you.
Isn't there anybody left? Nobody.
You're gonna be all right.
Nobody.
Now go on, break it up. There isn't a thing here to see. Go on.
Nobody. Oh, God. God.
Mr. Paul Radin, a dealer in fantasy, who sits in the rubble of his own making and imagines that he's the last man on earth, doomed to a perdition of unutterable loneliness because a practical joke has turned into a nightmare. Mr. Paul Radin, pallbearer at a funeral that he manufactured himself in the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, creator of The Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this message. And now, Mr. Serling.
Next week, through the good offices of Mr. Charles Beaumont, we take a walk in some dead man's shoes. It's the story of a hobo who takes some shoes off a recently deceased hoodlum and then discovers that if the shoe fits, you have to wear it. And in this case, you have to do as the shoes do. Go where they tell you to and then perform some services above and beyond the norm. I hope we see you next week for Dead Man's Shoes.
Seatbelts can reduce serious injury by 1/3. Does your family have the security of seatbelts?
Nathan Edward Bledsoe of the Bowery Bledsoes. A man once, a specter now. One of those myriad modern-day ghosts that haunt the reeky nights of the city in search of a flop, a handout, a glass of forgetfulness. Nate doesn't know it, but his search is about to end because those shiny new shoes are going to carry him right into the capital of the Twilight Zone.
Very careless of you. As for these, we'll discuss them at some future date.
There's an old saying that goes, if the shoe fits, wear it. But be careful. If you happen to find a pair of size 9 black and gray loafers made to order in the old country, be very careful. You might walk right into the Twilight Zone.
Rod Serling, creator of The Twilight Zone, will tell you about next week's story after this message. And now, Mr. Serling.
Perhaps no character in or out of fiction has had as much notoriety or publicity as the so-called Grim Reaper. Next week on The Twilight Zone, through the good offices of Mr. Earl Hamner, we present a unique story called The Hunt. It concerns the demise of an old hunter and his dog. And this one we rather urgently recommend to people who have lost their senses of humor and who'd like to recover same. As one of my kids says, there's a trillion ways of telling a story.